Life is a battlefield. Every single day you wake up to face challenges, obstacles, and moments that test your resolve. But here's the truth. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is not the world, not your circumstances, but you. Your doubts, your fears, your weak feelings, they are the chains that hold you back. And today, I'm here to tell you one thing. It's time to kill those weak feelings. It's time to rise above the noise, to silence the voice in your head that says, you can't, and to replace it with a roar that says, I will. Let's start with this. Weak feelings are not your friends. They are not there to protect you or guide you. They are there to keep you small, to keep you safe in your comfort zone. But let me ask you this. What has your comfort zone ever given you? Mediocrity? Regret? A life half-lived? Is that what you want? Or do you want more? Do you want to look back on your life and say, I gave it everything I had. I fought for my dreams. I didn't settle for less than I deserved. If that's what you want, then you need to kill those weak feelings. You need to destroy the doubts, the fears, and the insecurities that are holding you back. You see, weak feelings are like weeds in a garden. If you let them grow, they will choke the life out of everything beautiful and strong within you. They will suffocate your potential, your passion, and your purpose. But if you pull them out by the roots, if you refuse to let them take hold, then you create space for something incredible to grow. You create space for courage, for determination, for unshakable belief in yourself. And that is where greatness begins. Now, I know what you're thinking, easier said than done. And you're right, killing your weak feelings is not easy. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a battle you have to fight every single day. But here's the thing, you are stronger than you think. You have more power within you than you realize. And every time you choose to push through the fear, to silence the doubt, to take one more step forward, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Let me tell you something. The greatest people in history, the ones who changed the world, who achieved the impossible, they were not born without fear. They were not immune to doubt or insecurity. They were just like you. The difference is they refused to let those feelings control them. They refused to let fear dictate their actions. They looked their weak feelings in the eye and said, you will not stop me, and neither should you. Think about it. Every time you've ever accomplished something meaningful in your life, it was because you pushed past the fear. It was because you took a risk, stepped out of your comfort zone, and refused to let your weak feelings hold you back. And every time you've ever failed, it was because you let those feelings win. You let the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown keep you from taking that first step. But here's the truth. Failure is not the enemy. Fear is. And the only way to conquer fear is to face it head on. So, how do you kill your weak feelings? How do you silence the doubts and fears that are holding you back? It starts with a decision that you are no longer going to let those feelings control you. A decision that you are going to take action, no matter how scared you are. Because here's the thing, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is taking action in spite of the fear. It's looking fear in the face and saying, you don't own me. Next, you need to change the way you talk to yourself, the voice in your head, the one that says, you're not good enough, you'll never succeed, what if you fail? That voice is not your friend, it's your enemy, and you need to shut it down. Replace those negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Tell yourself, I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy of success. Say it every day until you believe it. Because the truth is, you are capable, you are strong, and you are worthy of every success you dream of. But it's not just about changing your thoughts, it's about taking action. You can't just sit around waiting for the fear to go away. You have to move forward, even when you're scared, even when every fiber of your being is telling you to stay where it's safe. Because here's the thing, the more you take action, the more you prove to yourself that you can do it. And the more you prove to yourself that you can do it, the weaker those feelings become. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the water below. You want to jump, but you're scared. Your heart is pounding, your palms are sweating, and every instinct is telling you to step back. But if you take that leap, if you push past the fear and jump, you'll realize that you're stronger than you thought. And the next time you're faced with a challenge, you'll remember that moment. You'll remember that you can do hard things, and that memory will give you the courage to keep going. That's what killing your weak feelings is all about. It's about proving to yourself over and over again that you are capable of more than you think. It's about building a reservoir of courage and confidence that you can draw from whenever you're faced with a challenge. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But let's be clear, this is not a one-time thing. Killing your weak feelings is a lifelong journey. There will be days when the fear feels overwhelming. There will be moments when you want to give up. But in those moments, you need to remind yourself why you started. You need to remind yourself of your dreams, your goals, and the life you want to create. And you need to keep going. Because here's the truth, the world doesn't care about your weak feelings. The world doesn't care about your doubts or your fears. The world only cares about what you do. And if you want to achieve greatness, if you want to create a life that you're proud of, then you need to take action. You need to push past the fear and go after what you want with everything you've got. So what are you waiting for? What's holding you back? Is it the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown? Whatever it is, it's time to let it go. It's time to kill those weak feelings and step into the person you were meant to be. Because you were not put on this earth to play small. You were put here to shine, to dream big, to achieve greatness. And the only thing standing in your way is you. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment doesn't exist. The only moment you have is this one, and it's up to you to make the most of it. So, take a deep breath, push past the fear, and take that first step, because once you do, you'll realize that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, and once you realize that, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And every step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to your dreams. So, don't let your weak feelings hold you back. Don't let fear keep you from living the life you deserve. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you believe. And you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. So, go out there and kill those weak feelings, silence the doubts, crush the fears, and step into the greatness that is waiting for you. Because the world needs your light, the world needs your passion, and the world needs you to be the best version of yourself. So, don't hold back. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Go out there and claim the life you were meant to live. You've got this. Now go make it happen. When you let go of the constant pressure to strive, something magical begins to happen. Life becomes less about achieving and more about experiencing. You start to notice the small moments that bring joy, the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of laughter, the way the world feels alive when you take a moment to pause and breathe. These are the moments that remind you why you're here, not to endlessly chase, but to live fully. Trying too hard often blinds us to the beauty of the present moment. We become so focused on the future, on reaching the next goal, hitting the next milestone, that we forget to appreciate where we are. But life is happening right now, in this very moment. When you stop trying so hard, you start to live in the present. You start to see the beauty around you and within you. You realize that you don't need to chase happiness. It's already here, waiting for you to notice it. Think about the way a flower grows. It doesn't strain or struggle. It simply grows naturally, unfolding at its own pace. It doesn't compare itself to the flower next to it or try to bloom faster. It trusts in the process, in the timing of the sun and the rain. You too are like that flower. You have your own unique timing, your own path to follow. When you stop forcing things, you allow yourself to grow in a way that feels true to you. There's a freedom that comes with letting go the need to try so hard. It's the freedom to be yourself, to follow your own rhythm, and to trust that you're enough just as you are. This freedom allows you to explore life with an open heart and mind. It allows you to take risks, make mistakes, and learn without fear of failure. It allows you to find joy in the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. When you stop trying so hard, you also make space for gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It reminds you that even in the midst of challenges, there is so much to be thankful for. Gratitude brings a sense of contentment and peace that no amount of striving can achieve. It grounds you in the present and helps you see the abundance in your life. Life is not a straight path. It's full of twists, turns, and detours. Sometimes the things you're trying so hard to achieve aren't meant for you, and that's okay. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that something better is on its way. It means having faith in yourself and in the greater plan of the universe. It means believing that everything happens for a reason, even if you can't see it right now. Letting go of the need to try so hard also opens the door to self-compassion. When you're constantly pushing yourself, it's easy to be your own harshest critic. But when you give yourself permission to slow down, you start to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. You realize that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. You learn to celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and to see setbacks as opportunities for growth. You might wonder, if I stop trying so hard, how will I achieve my dreams? The answer lies in the concept of inspired action. Inspired action comes from a place of alignment and clarity. It's the kind of action that feels natural and exciting, not forced or exhausting. When you take inspired action, you're not just working toward your goals, you're enjoying the process. You're staying open to opportunities and trusting that everything will fall into place at the right time. It's important to remember that rest is not a sign of weakness, it's a source of strength. Rest allows you to recharge, to reconnect with yourself, and to approach life with fresh energy and perspective. When you give yourself permission to rest, you're not falling behind. You're setting yourself up for greater success. You're honoring your body, mind, and spirit, and that's one of the most powerful things you can do. Another benefit of letting go is that it allows you to tap into your intuition. Your intuition is your inner guide, the voice that knows what's best for you. When you're constantly trying to control everything, it's hard to hear that voice. But when you let go and trust, your intuition becomes clearer. It helps you make decisions that align with your true self and lead you toward a life of fulfillment. Life is a dance between effort and surrender. There will be times when you need to work hard, to push yourself out of your comfort zone and to strive for what you want. But there will also be times when you need to let go, to trust, and to flow with life. The key is to find that balance, to listen to yourself, and know when to act and when to step back. When you stop trying so hard, you start to realize that life is not about doing more, it's about being more. It's about being present, being authentic, and being true to yourself. It's about finding joy in the little things and cherishing the people and experiences that matter most. It's about creating a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling, not because of what you've achieved, but because of how you've lived. So, take a moment to reflect. What are you trying so hard to achieve, and why? Are you chasing something that truly matters to you, or are you caught up in the expectations of others? Are you pushing yourself because you believe it will make you happy, or because you're afraid of what will happen if you don't? Be honest with yourself. Your answers might surprise you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to take it one step at a time, trusting that each step will lead you closer to where you're meant to be. Life is not a test you have to pass. It's an experience to be lived. And the more you let go, the more you'll find that life has a way of working itself out. Let go of the need to try so hard. Trust in yourself, in your journey, and in the timing of your life. Know that you are enough, just as you are. And remember, the most beautiful things in life often come when you least expect them, when you stop striving and simply allow them to unfold.